What exactly are they fighting about? Maybe Bo and Uncle Peter will know.
Uh-oh. I know where this is going.
Fight News, episode 40. Polish pork pistol.
Hey folks, how you doing? Comic Book Man here. Welcome once again to my video Outhouse. It's time for
Fight News, boys and girls. Fight!
We're
fighting! Fight!
Hit him again!
Anyway, and Fight News is coming to you from Alternate Reality, which is located at the intersection of 111th and Kedzie in beautiful downtown Mount Greenwood. Alternate Reality, where all new comics are 15% off every day for everyone. And if you've been watching comic news at all, you know what's going on with Wildstorm in the DC universe, how it doesn't exist anymore. But the Wildstorm universe is being folded into the DC universe, and it'll all be one big happy fleet. Why am I talking about this in Fight News? Because the same thing has happened to WEC.
WEC is a subdivision of UFC. They will be folded into the parent organization by the end of the year, which means you've got 2 cards left, one of which I'm going to this Thursday, and the other which is at the end of the year. That'll be the last WEC show ever.
Ever!
What they're going to do is they're going to take all the people who are under contract to WEC and fold them into
Anybody want to
UFC.
get that going?
So, with this move, the current featherweight champion, Jose Aldo, is now the UFC featherweight champion. Dominic Cruz and will be defending his WEC bantamweight title, and you can have a whole bunch of mixing things like Frankie Edgar and Gray Maynard are fighting, and Ben Henderson and Anthony Pettis are fighting. They both have the same title, but from both federations. So the winner of those fights will fight, and there'll be one fighter only. Now, the last WEC show on Versus will be December the 16th. That'll be the last show. UFC will run 4 Versus cards. Shows on Versus next year because they can't increase that number because the contract was already signed, and you will see a season of Ultimate Fighter using only featherweight and bantamweight guys, all the little guys.
The twist is the
because there are a lot more little guys out there than really big guys, and so this is a move everyone expected to happen. Dana White made the official announcement this week, although people thought, "Are you going to be forming your own network?" He went, "No, I'm folding them into us. I'm not going to do that."
Well, the question I have is,
Yes.
What's happening with WC? I wasn't paying any attention at all to what you were just saying.
They're folded. They're gone.
Oh, never mind.
You know,
man.
they've got these cool looking
You're the
belts.
worst straight man in the world.
They've got these cool looking belts. Those belts will go in a storage room somewhere in Dana White's house. Maybe he'll give it to me. I'm going to go to that fight on Thursday. I'm going to go, can I have one of the belts? You guys aren't using it anymore. Just give it to me.
They're going to start using pillows. No pillow fight.
Pillow fight.
Meanwhile, UFC is fighting for the troops.
Yes, they are.
Oh, God bless them, fighting for the troops.
They're fighting for the troops for the second time on January the 12th. The fight's going to take place at Fort Hood, Texas, at a military base.
Oh, they're not going overseas?
No, they're not going overseas because
Vince goes overseas.
No, Vince isn't going overseas anymore
well,
either.
He has.
He has, but they're not doing it now.
Need to know.
Right, they're not doing it now. In fact, both of them it's going to be really weird. You've got the UFC show in Texas. Okay, when the WWE does this year's tribute for the troops, it'll also be taking place at a military base in Texas, probably the same one. The card for the UFC fight will have Kenny Florian versus Evan Dunham, Mike Quick Zwick versus David Mitchell, Matt Mitrione, Meathead versus Tim Hague, and Pat Barry versus Joey Beltran. Yes,
Meathead?
Yes, he was an Ultimate Fighter, and they basically nicknamed him Meathead because all MMA
Why?
fighters,
Because he's so smart?
No, because he's got a big giant head. He's got a head like a Buick.
Wow, good for him.
Easier to hit.
It made him easy. He was a football player, so they couldn't find helmets that fit him because his head was so big.
Okay. Moving on, Gina Carano.
Gina
Carano may be working someplace, or she may not be working someplace. What's she doing?
Gina Carano is...
Folks, let me tell you something. I'm filling in for Uncle Pete. You never see me on Fight News anymore.
That's why!
I don't care about Fight News. I mean, my level of interest in Fight News is so non-existent.
You're taking up story time. Get out of the way.
Oh, we've got 4 stories in 10 minutes.
Gina Carano has not given any indication she's going to be returning to Strikeforce because she's off. Actually, she just got done doing a film with Steven Soderbergh.
We got 6 more minutes.
Yeah, you can cut it short. That's okay.
So, she may be coming back to Strikeforce, but they don't really know if she's going to do it or not because she can probably make a lot more money doing movies and not getting hit.
Doing what kind of movies? Are we talking legitimate movies, or is she taking off her clothes?
She is starring. She is the star of the upcoming Steven Soderbergh film in which she plays a spy. Saul
Oh,
Stevens started
that's a
making-
real film.
Right, and she's doing some other stuff.
Does it have a name, the film?
It was called Knockout. It's called. They keep changing the title.
Sounds like a WWE film.
Well, that's why they changed it from
Knockout.
That's why they changed the title from Knockout.
Right.
That's it.
called X now.
We can't call it this.
Call it Knucklehead. No,
call it
that's
Head.
taken.
No, you can't call it Knucklehead. And on the side, you know how much money Knucklehead made the weekend that it was out in theaters?
This is not WWE news. This is
$75. It made 75
Oh, it
bucks.
didn't
for
make
Jimmy.
75.
It only played in
I
4
saw it-
theaters.
I saw it twice.
You did. Yeah, you didn't pay for it either time, though. That's the problem. So our last story.
I would getting. Our last story is medical files. Our medical
Can you
files.
step out,
Shane
please?
Carwin. Carwin?
Shane Carwin had
That's the
major.
other reason I can never pronounce these names
Yeah,
in
that's
fight.
I picked the
He
easiest
can't
name
either.
from the mention.
Yeah, well, there are no Croatians in here. So.
Shane Carwin had major back surgery, so he's not facing Roy Nelson, the fat guy who had a really horrible body but can punch like a brick. He's not going to be fighting him on January the 1st. Actually, Butterbean who could fight. At UFC 125, he had surgery on his back, which took 4 hours, and he had some really bad nerve damage in his back. But he'll be
So
able
they had a
to.
really
Because
bad
he had it
doctor,
in a Jiffy
too.
Lube.
No, actually, they said that they did an MRI and went, "My God, you got nerve damage is a little."
Boy, you're a mess!
Just shut up and cut
And so
it
they
off.
fixed it. So it took 4 hours. And actually, because he's a nice sized guy, I think they gave him cattle steroids or something to knock him out. He's just huge.
That's how long it
But
took to do the
he'll
same.
be able to train and spar within 3 months after the surgery. The surgery was a major league success. He's just fine.
As long as nobody punches him in the back.
Oh yes, don't punch him in the back.
Hey, Jeff,
Yeah?
what's our time?
Wow, let's see. Oh, you got to.
You know, guys, you need to see the stopwatch
You're
he
at
has.
6
It's
minutes.
really, really nice.
You got any more fight news, son? You got 4 more minutes. You let them know. You go crazy. Take your time.
Make shit. Okay.
There
Take your
will
time.
be
Make stuff up.
no
Yes.
Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell 3. Not
None?
going to happen.
That's-
No.
That's a goddamn shame.
Not
Was
gonna
there
happen.
even a 2?
Yes, there was a 2.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's it. That's all we
That's
got.
it?
That's
You
it.
sure? We got 3 minutes and 50 seconds left.
If you see me at the WEC show, wave at me. Say hi.
He's going to Vegas. He's going to Vegas.
I'm going to that show.
We
The next
spent
election.
Thanksgiving.
I'll spend Thanksgiving here,
No, here.
Okay.
eating duck.
Eating duck, really?
I have duck.
Yeah, okay.
It'll be raw.
In orange sauce.
That's it. We're done. We're finished. We're out of here. We got no more fight news. I know that you're busted up, but we got no more fight news.
With
You
feelings.
can go to the store's website and check out all the fight news that he sends me that I post up. And where's that at? Sarah knows.
God, you think you know this by now. www.myalternatereality.com. Am I your mother or something?
So go to the store's website, check out all the fight news that he sends me that I post up on the website. Until next time, this is Comic Book Man
And this is Bo.
saying...
Pete, where the heck are you?
See you soon, Uncle Pete. Bye.
Never thought.
Hey kids, it's not Comic Book Man, Sweet Dan Sweet coming to you from Alternate Reality to let you know our hero of the month is Batman! Bruce Wayne is coming back from the dead, so that means everything from trade paperbacks, hardcovers, showcases, archives, and back issues featuring Batman are all 25% off. If you have holes in your collection, if you've been away from the series for a while, you need to get in here and get your books soon before they're gone. Before they swing away.